So we're continuing to get to know some of the new attendees for this year's marathon, and today we have an interview with Alasyn. So the first thing I wanted to ask you about was just your background with ZDI, like how you came to be affiliated with it.
Well, I started off with Zelda Dungeon first.
Okay.
And I was about like 2.5 years ago, I think, like early 2015. And I just started writing for Zelda Dungeon, and then there was like that whole transition thing where, Zelda Informer was supposed to be the writing site, and then Zelda Dungeon was just going to stick to the guides and the wiki and stuff. So I got the transition over to Zelda Informa to write for them.
Okay. How did you become a writer at Zelda Dungeon?
Oh, there was an ad, I guess, on Zelda Dungeon asking for volunteers, and I emailed Mas and I was like, hey, I want to be a writer, and I sent him some stuff, and he's like, okay, here you go, and he kind of just threw me in there.
Yeah, that's how it goes usually. So that was like 2.5 years ago. Were you watching like the marathons before that and stuff, or?
Yeah, for a couple years before that. I wanted to join earlier, but there was just, life stuff going on, and then finally, like, around 2015, I was like, yeah, I'm going to do this. And so I watched the marathons and that kind of stuff, when I could, when I had time. And then last year I was actually invited, but I couldn't make it. So I'm really excited about being able to make it this year.
Awesome. What have you enjoyed about, like, the previous marathons?
In my opinion, the main event is just watching the races and stuff like that. So I feel like that's only 10% of what all happens.
Yep.
So as far as that 10%, I really liked watching, like the interactions, not just watching somebody play a game, totally different than how you would play it, but watching how everybody on the couch kind of just, interacts with each other, and the camaraderie and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So I guess with a lot of the people who are coming back, you're going to at least be familiar with some of the people.
Some of them.
And of course, we've all been communicating and planning, so it's not going to be a total surprise of who's going to be there.
Exactly. Though, there's still some faces that I don't know, and, some people got their little names on here that I don't know the real names, so we'll see how the whole introduction goes.
That's part of the fun of the marathon, though, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm excited to meet a lot of new people.
Okay, so let's go over the games you're actually playing.
Let's see, I'm playing Wind Waker HD. I'm playing Phantom Hourglass. I'm playing Ocarina of Time 3D, Skyward Sword, and I'm pretty sure I'm playing Breath of the Wild also.
Wow, okay. A lot of games.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome for the first year.
I think so. I think I only had like a few at first, but then, everybody was kind of asking, oh, do you still want to play Breath of the Wild or Skyward Sword? And I was like, yeah, sign me up.
With Skyward Sword, it's the team-based with the, like, trading on and off. I don't know fully what the teams are, but I'm looking forward to seeing, like, how those teammates interact together.
Yeah, I'm kind of just going with the flow with them, and I don't even know my team, and I'm just probably going to get there and be like, all right, let's go. What are we doing?
Well, if you didn't already know people that well, you're going to be working with them for that race, so.
Oh, yeah, that Skyward Sword would be a great way to get to know people.
So out of all of the, like, 5 games you mentioned, what one have you so far put the most, like, work into?
I think Wind Waker HD I put the most time into so far for practicing.
Yeah, I was just talking to Katie, who was saying a lot of the Wind Waker times that are coming together are pretty legit, and that should be a pretty exciting race.
It was actually kind of scary because when I first played, I was like, wow, I'm terrible, but I haven't played in a while. And then I knocked like 4 hours off in my next playthrough, and I was pretty proud of myself. And then we were talking about getting a time frame of like 7 hours and 30 minutes, and I was like, yeah, I could do that. And then all of a sudden people are getting like less than 7 hours. I'm like, whoa, slow down, I can't keep up with that. So I'm a little nervous now. I was excited and like pretty confident at first, but now I'm a little scared.
So we actually, in any of the videos, we haven't talked about Ocarina of Time this year. The past couple years, it's been the kind of the same people doing it, but this year we're going to have you and another new person running in a 4-player race for that game. Are you looking forward to playing Ocarina of Time?
I am. I'm kind of a little hesitant now. I got a good time back in like February or something, and I was feeling pretty good about it, but then Moss is like, okay, don't practice anymore. So now we're getting close to it, and I'm thinking, oh, what if I forget stuff? Like, then my time's not going to be good anymore, so I'm a little nervous about that. But I'm actually pretty excited that we're doing 2 different rounds, because then maybe I won't be so terrible.
Phantom Hourglass is also a brand new race that we're going to have this year. That's actually one that I'm looking forward to. It's low-key going to be a really good one, just because it's a brand new rivalry.
I don't know what I was thinking signing up for Phantom Hourglass now, to be honest. Katie's time looks pretty good and mine looks pretty terrible, so I definitely have to put in a little bit more effort before the marathon comes to make it a little bit more of a close race, more of something fun to watch.
Yeah, and we only got like 3 weeks or something. I don't know how long, but less than a month.
Yeah, less than a month. I know.
So, and you're flying out here, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, we were explaining in another video too, like just the work it takes just to schedule picking everyone up and stuff like that. Just to let people know, like, what really goes into the marathon is it's kind of a complicated process.
Yeah, I mean, being on this side of it as a participant rather than a viewer, I just have been seeing so much more happening than I even knew was happening. And like sometimes, I mean, everybody kind of communicates in this chat, and sometimes I'm looking at it thinking, what the heck is everybody talking about? I'm a little lost, but I'm actually really excited that I get to see, this side of it and be a part of this side of it.
Yeah, seeing some of the work people put into like the tech of it, like once you're actually here.
Oh God.
I mean, you see it on the stream, like the TVs and the computers.
Yeah.
But it's totally different, like seeing it. It's pretty wild.
I can imagine. I mean, yesterday I think a bunch of the guys were talking about it, and I was just like, I'm gonna ignore this because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Is there anything else that's surprised you now that you're preparing for the marathon, or is that, the tech a big part, mostly it?
The tech, and then how much we have to communicate with each other for what's happening. I mean, like, we're all going to be in one place for a week, so we've been talking a lot about, cooking for each other and that kind of stuff, and making meals, and where people are going to, hang out and sleep during downtime and that kind of stuff. And I just, when I first signed up for it, and I was excited, I wasn't really thinking of that part of it. And now that I am, I'm just like, wow, that's actually a lot that we have to consider.
Yeah, the amount of people has grown. Like this year, I think new people, there's like 5 new people or more. I don't even know for sure. I was just going to ask you what non-video game part of the marathon you were looking forward to, but people usually just say the puzzle. So before we even talk about it, I just want to talk about the puzzle. Wow, are you excited about the puzzle?
Okay. So I picked something else later. Yeah, I'm excited about the puzzle. I'm pretty sure I have all the Zelda puzzles that there is, and I've done I'm looking at one up here now. I've done 1, 2, maybe 3 of them, and then the rest are kind of just collectibles. And so I really enjoy them. So, I wouldn't mind putting some time into that. That sounds like fun, especially when there's a lot of people helping. It's a little difficult to do one of those puzzles by yourself.
So you actually may be secretly one of the better people for the puzzle.
Maybe.
Just because your experience with Zelda puzzles.
Yeah, maybe. I might be the best.
But, so yeah, is there anything you're looking forward to outside of just playing those 5 games?
Oh gosh, I don't know. There's been talk about, like, more than just the puzzles, like bringing board games and stuff to play, or Oh gosh, I don't know, because I don't know what to expect. I don't really know how much downtime there's going to be. I mean, I'm excited that I get to go to the area, to Chicago. I've never been there before, and so I'm hoping to get a little bit of time to explore a little bit, and mostly also just getting to know a few new people and making new friends and kind of being in that part of it too. That sounds like a lot of fun.
As far as, so you've watched in previous years, and so you've seen other people's races before. What are some races you've seen before? Are there any you're like looking forward to seeing again? Any games you're looking forward to seeing again?
I haven't ever like seen a full race. I've never been able to just sit there for a little, a little extended time to see how the race goes. But and I know I'm playing Wind Waker, but I also know that Blake and Josh are playing Wind Waker separately because they're like champions or something like that. And I'm looking forward to watching that one because there's going to be a lot more stuff that I can learn to use, not just to use in my gameplay this time, but maybe in the future.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Wind Waker, that was one Katie was saying to me that maybe in future years could be an even bigger race with Josh and Blake.
I think so.
That's really exciting to think about.
Yeah, because I mean, working on a lot of the same tricks that they've been using in the past or are using now, I think that once people more get on board with practicing with that, there's probably going to be a bigger group, not just the two of them going for, what is it, like 540 something a race. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Are you looking forward to being one of the new people, or does that feel weird?
I wouldn't say it feels weird. I just I'm looking forward to being new, but at the same time, like I'm super competitive. But I'm a new person coming into this like race type of deal, trying to get done with a game as fast as you can. I've never played like that before, so I might be very disappointed as a new person not doing as well as people who've been there before. So, I mean, in preparation for that, I've told myself that I'm going to be racing against myself and not not everybody else, so I'm not too disappointed.
Oh, don't worry. I've come since the first year. This is the 6th year, and I've won once, so...
Oh, okay. Thanks for making me feel great. with your own, I feel great now.
We more appreciate, good people and, good spirits and stuff like that. And as long as you're trying...
Okay.
I think you'll fit in just good. Just well.
I'll try working on not being too much of a sore loser.